In the last 60 days, I helped my client go from zero to $65,000 cash collected selling info products. And we didn't run any crazy ads. We didn't have a crazy funnel. We had a simple system that worked, built trust, and sold our offer. My name's Harris, and I'm the co-founder of Get Money Social, and we help coaches and info sellers scale their offers to grow their business, and I'm also the co-host on the Gooms podcast, so check out those links in the description. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how we printed $65,000 in the last 60 days for our client using a simple funnel which you can also implement yourselves. So just to give you a little bit of backstory to the client, they're a creator on Instagram with 65,000 followers, and they were doing all of their selling manually via Instagram DMs, which just isn't practical or scalable. Now, the client didn't really have a system in place, or they didn't really have an offer in place either. So the first thing that we did was we knew that the creator had a warm audience of people that were actually ready to buy. But the main thing that we knew that we needed to do was we needed to filter out the people that were the warmest and ready to actually buy. So the first course of action is we launched a waitlist. Now, this was a simple funnel. We used ManyChat to collect data inside of the Instagram DMs, and we also split tested this by serving a landing page inside the Instagram DMs as well, just to see where we saw better conversions. And the one that came out on top was collecting the data directly inside Instagram DMs, so that we knew that this was the way to go as much as possible moving forward with the automations that we'd use for the client. Now, across a 3-week period, we built up the waitlist to 1,000 warm leads. These guys were buyers in waiting. They were ready to buy from our client. But the issue was the client had no systems in place or wasn't sure about an offer. So the first thing that we had to do was decide what we were actually going to sell. So we decided that first of all, we were going to drop a low ticket offer at £97, which was going to be the low ticket course. It was going to be a beginner's course. Now, the reason that this works is so that we could first of all educate our buyers, we could educate our leads, we could qualify them because they've actually bought from us, and we're only going to get people that are serious about working with the creator come through the funnel and buy. Now, after 3 weeks, we launched the low ticket offer only to the waitlist, because people have to have joined a waitlist for a reason. Now, you can't just launch a waitlist and then launch your actual offer to everybody that you have in your audience. And the reason you can't do this is because it ruins trust. If people are joining a waitlist, if you're setting boundaries somewhere, scarcity, etc., you want to create FOMO, it has to actually mean something. You have to build up trust. Trust is the most important thing in 2025 with actually selling your offer. And without it, you're probably going to lose, because everybody else is putting in time and energy into building trust. YouTube, emails, content. Now, it's incredibly hard to build up trust with your audience, and if you lie to them at all along your funnel, you're only going to lose trust. So it was super important that we only launched the low ticket offer exclusively to the waitlist first. They had to join that for a reason. They got an exclusive price, exclusive access, and also an exclusive bonus. Alongside the low ticket offer, we also launched a lead magnet and an email newsletter. And the reason that we did this is to first of all collect emails so that we can sell to people, because nobody comes on social media and they're scrolling to be sold to. Think about it. When do you most scroll social media? It's when you wake up in the morning, when you want to chill out, when you're on the toilet, when you've got nothing to do. And this isn't the time that you want to be sold to. That's why selling directly to your audience most likely won't work unless you've got an incredibly large audience. Now, that brings me back to why we launched an email newsletter and why we launched the lead magnet. What we can do is, first of all, we can sell heavy on the emails. And then the second reason is all we're going to do is educate our audience. All we're going to do is warm them up. Now, 3% of the market are ready to buy. Now, this would have been the people that are signed to the waitlist and the people that have purchased from the waitlist. But what about the other 90%? They're information gathering, they're problem aware, or they're not even problem aware. So the job of the lead magnet and the job of the email newsletter is to first of all provide value. Now, the second job of the newsletter and the lead magnet is to educate the audience and move them along that cycle of not being problem aware to problem aware, of being problem aware to information gathering, of being information gathering to wanting to buy from you, because we've guided them along that journey. Simultaneously, along having a newsletter and the lead magnet, obviously we sent out emails. Included in the newsletter was a bunch of video content, further trust building, and also we had automated ManyChat DMs to actually make the sale. Because once somebody's fallen into our nurture sequences, they've then become warm. They're interested, but we wouldn't go straight for the sale. We'd ask them if they checked out our email. We'd directly ask them in automations and create conversations. We put them through questionnaires to further qualify them. And only the most qualified leads would actually make it along this funnel. Now, the low ticket offer, we don't launch to make loads of money. That isn't going to be our cash cow. We launched that to learn whilst we earn, so that we can still pay all of our expenses and we can still profit along the journey of building out all of the systems and the funnel and learning how we're going to create the perfect offer. But we can still make some cash whilst we're doing it and cover absolutely everything that we need to. So across the 60 days, we made $30,000 from our low ticket offer alone. And this was great because it gave us flexibility, gave us time, and it also gave us the warmest leads and lots of them. And then to further qualify the leads for the high ticket offer, we created another waitlist, which is only accessible via finishing the entire course for the low ticket offer. Now, the low ticket offer, you got way more value than what it was actually priced at, but like I said, it's just to qualify. The same thing that you do for a lead magnet, except the only thing is we're doing it in exchange for cash. Now, once everybody joined the waitlist for the high ticket offer, we had just shy of 100 of the warmest leads that the client could possibly have. And then we launched the webinar funnel. So a week out from launch, we sent out SMS messages and emails to all of the warmest leads that joined the high ticket waitlist to sign up for the webinar. In this, we had just shy of 100 leads and we had 80 people sign up for the webinar. We had nurture emails and content going out, we had reminders, etc. to get everybody to sign up. And then once they signed up, to make sure that they showed up to the webinar. Now from here, we carefully structured the webinar to attack all of their pain points, their ideal outcomes, and we have the actual solution to this. Now, we made sure that we got the audience heavily involved, constantly speaking in the chat. Our client was constantly calling out their names, was constantly, replying to their messages in the chat, really getting them excited and further building that trust, making them feel heard. And that was really important. And in 80 minutes of doing a webinar, we did $35,000 cash collected, and we're going to run a webinar every single month, which we expect to be pretty similar in terms of the people that show up to it, which we expect to do pretty similar numbers. The system that we used and the softwares that we used to actually build out this system and to make it work for our client completely on autopilot. So we use ManyChat for data collection and also lead nurture. And then we also use Kit for email marketing. Now, this is a great tool for creators because it's literally email marketing designed for creators, actually owned by the same company as ManyChat, so they integrate perfectly, which is super convenient. And it's a pretty simple tool to use as well. Now, we also used Go High Level for our CRM, sales pipeline, SMS automations, and further automations as well. We use Go High Level, which is a great all-in-one CRM. We did SMS automations from here, further automations, sales pipeline, and a bunch of other stuff. It's a great all-in-one platform. A little bit clunky in my opinion, but it's great. And we even hosted our landing pages on there. And to host our high ticket info product, we used WAP. It's a great place for hosting courses and communities. And then the last piece of the puzzle is we use Zapier. Zapier is what you can use for automations to connect different softwares to each other. Now, in terms of the total revenue across the 60 days, it was $65,000 cash collected and around $60,000 profit. Now, there's not that many businesses which have that level of profit margin. It's absolutely insane. Our landing page conversions for the low ticket offer was around 8 to 10%, which is just absolutely insane in itself as well. We had around a 60 to 70% email open rate. If you know anything about email marketing, a normal open rate is around 20%. And the reason that we had such a good open rate is because after every single ManyChat automation, when somebody signed up for something, we said, make sure that you open the email that we've just sent you. Make sure that you go and check out the next email that we've sent you. We'd reach back out and tell them to go and check out the email. Ask them if they've seen it. In the emails, we'd make sure to tell them that they're going to have another email tomorrow or next week. And we told them to make sure that you look forward to it. Make sure that you look at the next email because there's value in there. And you have to make sure that your emails are actually good so that people stay opening them. It's incredibly important. I'll be completely transparent with you. There were some issues that we faced along the way. Of course, this is with everything. This is with any business that you do. It's unreasonable to think that there's not going to be any problems that you face. There's two things that you can actually take away from this case study and this video, which you can implement into your sales system tomorrow to actually help yourself scale. Now, the first thing is you need to automate and systemize the sales system. So whether that's hiring closers or setters, even though we didn't need that for this system, whether that's having softwares or systems in place that whether that's having softwares or automations in place that can automate data transfer, can automate selling, can automate a bunch of different systems within your offer. Now, the second thing that you can implement is you need to implement building trust along your funnel and through your content. So that could be posting long form content, having videos inside of your emails, having good email copy and a good email open rate, constantly providing value and not trying to sell straight away. Because if you scroll on Instagram for 5 minutes, I guarantee you're going to see at least one person that's trying to sell straight away. And it's super common for any niche and any audience to have those creators that are being super selly and trying to sell straight away to their audience. And it just doesn't work anymore. It did back in lockdown, but it doesn't now. So that's exactly how me and my team helped my clients scale to $65,000 cash collected in the last 60 days. And we plan to push this further and further and further and constantly scale their business. If you'd like to find out how me and the team could scale your offer in coaching, consulting, course selling, info products, make sure that you drop a comment on the video or message me on Instagram or check out one of the links and you can book in a call with me or somebody that's part of my team. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you later.